Hey everybody, welcome back to another tier list video. We are joined today by Andy,
Hi.
George,
Hello.
and Peter. And Peter.
Peter, you there? All right, just don't count Peter.
Yep.
And me!
And Sarah. Today we're going to kind of go over a season that I had a lot of fun with, Ninja Storm. It's exactly what you expect. Ninjas. Yeah. So we'll dive into it. We've got the preliminary first image, which shows off their suits. They're very ninja. Feel like this sticks true to the theme.
Yep.
George, input on the spandex?
Very simple looking as far as like the lower half.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I enjoyed that.
Okay.
But the upper, yeah, screams ninja.
Alright. And now, good old theme song. You ready?
Deep in the mountains, secret ninja academies train our future protectors. Ancient scrolls told of 3 who would be chosen above the others. 3 who would become.
So obviously a lot of repetition there. Just a bunch of it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I always enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun little jam.
Still catchy.
From a non-regular fan's perspective, George.
I can agree. The music is, it's pretty catchy and all. I don't know if I enjoyed the narration of it again. The voice of the dude was very off-putting.
I think if I'm not mistaken, they cut that out later in the series, but I'm not for sure. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be the morphers that they use. So the first ones are just the wind ninja morphers, which I'd say that screams ninja, but it kind of doesn't. I don't know. I think they're cool. I think they're sleek. I always thought that was a fun concept because, like, whenever they morph, obviously they hit and spin the coin and become that. Additionally, there's the Thunder Rangers, who were first introduced as evil characters, convinced that the main character's sensei killed their family. They were convinced of this by a man wearing a luchador mask.
That's something I never understood.
Okay.
The main bad guy.
Yep, so we'll dive into villains a little bit. Yeah, this guy, Lothar. He is
What a mask.
He's an evil, dark ninja magic user. But, let's take a look at their
You know
morphs.
he.
Yeah, seriously, fucking mask, man. That's their morph. So pretty cool. And then we got old classic for the original too.
Okay. Ninja Storm. What is it again? Ninja Storm Ranger form. It's Ranger form. Ugh, dude, watch and learn. Ninja Storm. I guess no one's laughing at the comic book geek now, are they? Ninja Storm! Ranger Form!
Power of water!
So yeah, that's their that is their morph, which I always thought was pretty cool. The joke at the beginning is that only the Yellow Ranger knew that Power Rangers were for sure a thing. Because this is the first season that kind of like deviated from the getting the mantle passed to them by the season prior. Like there's not even much overhang. The only because like in Space to Lost Galaxy, they still had the fucking Astro Megazord that they were actively still using. But alright, George, your input on the morph.
Well, I feel like that joke was used before. Like in some cases have like brief memory and stuff of some Power Ranger times where they use that. So I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fun reminiscing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I like the transformation. I like the way the mask. You know, they look like tech, the high tech stuff.
Right.
But I don't enjoy that season.
You know the funniest thing is that this is one of the seasons, if I'm not mistaken, that like kept it super close to what the Sentai equivalent for the morph sequence was, which was always pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Next we have, so each season starting with In Space, the Red Ranger gets a Battleizer, George, and that's just like their power up, right? This, I like to just look at it based on theme versus what it looks like. For example, there was one where they were emergency workers, like, you know, firefighter, ambulance, EMT type deal, right? The Battleizer for that guy was a motorcycle that became a helicopter on his back. So anything's possible. Continuing.
Yeah, can anything go?
He just gets a
Did
bunch
he
of...
just give him painted on abs?
Yes,
or something?
yeah, they gave him actual suited armor with abs in there, so, yeah. And then, not only are there the Thunder Rangers, there's also the goddamn Samurai Ranger in this season. This is the nerdy guy at the beginning is Ranger Form, Cameron Watanabe. He goes back in time, stops his mom from getting killed by his uncle, and then gets the morpher for it. You know,
Well,
makes a lot of sense. I see where they're coming from.
Samurai Storm! Ranger Form! Green Samurai Power!
See, I always thought that was dope. Like, it's sleek. There's not much of a CG actually on it. It's a lot of fun. It's a good one.
Just quick and to the point. Cool.
So,
This is supposed to be what exactly is that? Because I just saw him use a ball instead.
let me go back to here. Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. It's a fucking ball. Because, you know, fuck it, why not? Well, I mean, the
It's
thunderstorm...
no ball, like, no, but it's samurai. Like, what does the ball have to do with samurai?
I don't know, I need to look at... Whoa, what the fuck? Someone made the Shadow Morpher with the fucking dragon coin. That's cool as fuck. Anyway, so the Samurai Ranger had a power-up mode called Super Samurai Mode. Did he say fucker?
Jeez, that sucker.
But yeah, so that's That's the super samurai. He basically just tries to become a Chad and turns his hat backwards.
And takes off some armor.
Yeah.
I don't need armor if I'm not gonna get hit. But, I guess we're going with that idea.
Yep.
So, next we have their Zords. There's a lot of them. So, in the first bit, it shows that they're like they have holographic technology that lets them blend in, so that people aren't like, "Hey, why is there a giant hawk hanging out on our runway? And why is that roller coaster actually a lion?" You know, logical explanations.
I mean, I guess it's going on the whole notion of, hiding in plain sight.
Yep, yeah, no, you're not wrong. So, I mean, they all
Or
have
did they
their...
actually think that far ahead?
Oh, this is...
I don't believe this.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Good for two.
Victory dance.
Yeah.
Guess it's up to me. I'll pick you. It's the Lion Tornado Blast.
Great, isn't this? Everything makes perfect sense so far, right?
Kind of.
Let's see here. And here's the first transformation. Lion stand up. Lion get feet. The lion is like a solid 3/10, or a solid 2/3 of this sword.
Wow, yeah. Seen that. First is just the head.
Like, I always thought it was cool. It's not bad. There was a different, altered variation of this where like all the armor gets cut down and it's a lot smaller, so it does. It has more agility. And it's, the whole thing is doing fast attacks instead of heavy boy attacks.
Yeah.
And then the bad boys, they have their Zords. And then the first time that they combine, I'm not mistaken, this looks silly as fuck. Yep, mini Zord.
So they had,
Sorry.
What is the mini? What was the point of the mini sword there?
Hold on.
Just the announcer?
He's coming. It comes full circle. Don't worry. They get Heelys. They get fucking Heelys. He becomes the new mask and the fucking gloves. See? Perfectly sensible. Perfectly reasonable.
Absolutely.
I mean, it would have been so much better without the announcement, man.
I am the mini sword.
Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, here's the Samurai Ranger's Zord. It's a fucking helicopter. And then
I'm
of
still
course,
just trying to get over that there's a Samurai Ranger and a Ninja Ranger's season or whatever.
alrighty, and then the one that
Is that a guitar?
I think it's supposed to be a Japanese instrument.
Or I know what you're talking about.
It's a banjo right there.
No,
No,
sitar
it-
is Indian, isn't it?
It's. I know of the instrument. I just do not remember the name.
Yeah, but so starting not too long ago in the series, they started introducing Well, actually, from the beginning. I'm sorry. I lied. I just lied to you openly. How's that feel? Starting at the beginning of the series, they always had Ultra Zords, which is just like the big combination of fucking everything coming together. Let's do it! Fucking teamwork! And I always loved it because I thought that most of the designs were always pretty cool. Now, bear in mind, the first time we saw the Storm and the Thunder Megazords combine, the Storm Megazord basically got Heelys. And I'm not 100% okay with that. But let's go.
Let's rock!
So there's a mammoth.
Oh, you thought they were you thought they were just normal buildings? No, they were there to put to hide this thing,
Yeah.
machine.
So this is the Ultra Zord for the season, where it just combines all the Zords and they ride a mammoth, and then all their little mini Zords come out to play and become additional weapons.
What the?
And, you know, you just donkey punch your mammoth to get it to shoot out more weapons. I just did that already.
It did. You just do that.
Okay, I was like, I know I'm smoking. I understand that, but also, that's not how.
It had to repeat itself. It's like,
I mean, like, it's
yeah, you saw it right.
it's not
You saw it here.
bad. It's not bad. It's just not as good as like some of the later seasons. The later seasons, obviously, with better graphics in the Sentai series, obviously had a more advanced looking stuff. Yeah, good times. The final thing that we look into is the villains. This is Lothor. That is the brother / uncle that Cam had to stop from killing Cam's own mother. They banish him into space because that's something that ninjas can do. And then he comes back a luchador with an army as well. He didn't have an army when he went. Just to make that clear. He left, no army. Came back, army.
This is a space arm.
Yep, space army. He's got Zergane. This guy has sword arms. And that sounds cool, but what I mean is on those giant balls, there's hilts sticking out, and he just grabs those and it's sword shoulders. He has sword shoulders.
Okay.
I never understood how Lothor was Cam's uncle, but then also Cam's cousins apparently were also evil villains in space. I feel like maybe the problem is the Watanabe family in this series. A majority of the people introduced in this family are evil. It's not great. This guy always reminded me of just Chinese takeout. Like, I can't explain it. And then the Kalzaks, they're little putties for it. Then they had a couple of like random stuff. So yeah, that is Power Rangers Ninja Storm.
I see.
So where should we put it on, fellas? I feel Ultra Zord is fair, but
Yeah.
I think it has strong music. From what I can tell, the opening was pretty good.
Okay.
For the most part, the animation as far as when they combine CG with actual movement is very. But when they stood still, the CG animation flew very nicely, especially when they, I think it was the Red Ranger when he got all the armor on him.
Yeah, when he got his fake abs, right.
Yeah, that was solid. That looked great.
Yeah, but I mean, also, this is like 2005, I think. So, like,
That's arguable to an extent.
yeah, it's
But
some heavy limitations, but, it's still funny. And good to look at.
I was really, like, I'm not straight up shitting on it. I'm
No,
just,
no,
like,
no.
objectively seeing it from like
Yeah, no,
I like the variety in the Zoids.
Zoids. Zoids is a completely different series that I would be happy to make a tier list.
Did I say Zoids?
You did.
Just the first time. Zoids.
but
Yeah.
the variety.
I like the variety of them. I think I really enjoy the beat with one.
Okay. Beetle one's pretty cool.
From the little that I've seen of it. Because
Yeah.
they did not exactly show it very often.
Yeah, nah.
At all.
Nah.
But I think I'm like between Ultrazord and Battleizer.
I wouldn't be against putting it at top of Battleizer ahead of Turbo and like count that as like Ultrazord adjacent, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like resting in both, because like there are a lot of things that are kind of like silly and like don't make a whole lot of sense, like the CG.
Like a gray area between.
Yeah. So like, you know, there's a lot of things that can be criticized in it, and there's a lot of things that can be praised in it. So I feel like putting it in between is pretty solid, and it just doesn't measure up to the stuff in Morph and Master. But that's the video, everybody. Hope everyone enjoyed, and goodbye.
Have a good one.